When you're picking plants to do cuttings from, it's always important to pick plants or offshoots that are not flowering. So you always pick something that is not with a big
one
seed
here.
pod.
So cut it down here.
And I keep going, finding more like that. Here's two more. Cut them off. Cut them off. This is quite woody, which is good.
So
Here's
I
another
want to
one.
increase the success rate of these plants germinating, these cuttings. So what I do is two tricks. The first trick is I dip everything into cinnamon. I'll break these bottom parts off. Leave the top part only. This has got a bit of moisture on it, which is good, so it's going to stick to the cinnamon. And I really want to keep these nice and tight so that the sun doesn't have any chance to get at this plant material, at the soil, I mean. So here I'm taking all this off. I like to leave the stem as long as I can. I know a lot of people like to cut them right off, but I prefer it long because you never know if it's going to root here or there, so you never know. Dip that in. Make a hole. This is very easy to propagate, so there's no worries. So here I'm going again. I'm going to start a hole so it's easier for it to go into. So what I'm getting at is I want to cover the entire surface. I don't want to leave anything open so the sun can't get at the soil. So I'm going to keep it very, very close knit. And what happens when you do that is that the plants themselves, being all the same species or variety, they will help each other to germinate because they're sending a message that the neighboring area has another plant that's similar to them, and they will help each other to germinate a lot better. So this idea of covering the area with the same cuttings does so many things. And the most important thing it does, it really increases your germination rates, which is what we're all after, is to get the most from our cuttings. Why not fill up a container completely with cuttings and increasing your odds of everything germinating? It makes sense because you got a complete coverage, and that complete coverage is definitely helping to increase the nice thing about having a cement planter is that you can contain the water. So all I do is I stick the water in the center here. I watch carefully when it fills up. The tops don't get wet. I'm only irrigating the soil in the container itself. Done. I can see the water everywhere. That means that this is well watered.